All right. It's that time again, last minute sports betting. And since we're going on later, Mike, we're going to have to get to all this stuff in a hurry. We got bets to get to right now. Click the links below for the best sports books in your state. Don't forget the OddsJam Partner Program. Share that link with your friends. You get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. We got live chat available. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do me a favor. We're like 19 people away, followers away from 7,000 on TikTok. Go to OddsJam_Nutz. Fill out the form below in the description to get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 a month sports betting. Or you can get to Mike's Calendly link or my Calendly link and find out the same information. Email Mike at OddsJam.com, Bob at OddsJam.com. And the Discord link below is for all of the fun. Folks, we are going to get to some bets. I'm telling you, immediately, like right now.
Now, yeah, because we got MLB coming up. We ain't got time for nothing else but MLB right now because that's where the money's being made right this second, y'all. So we're at 6:01.
I go first. I got first dibs real quick. 3-pick parlay. Cardinals plus 1.5. Under 9.5 total runs. Paul Goldschmidt to get a hit. Plus 390, $50 gets you 245. Plus 1.5 St. Louis Cardinals run line. Under 9.5 total runs. Paul Goldschmidt to get a hit. There you go. Mike, your turn.
Yeah, Bob, I actually like that. I mean, we got to expect the Cardinals, losing 3 already to the Braves in a 4-game series. I really think the Cardinals got a shot to win tonight. I know Liberatore's on the mound, but I mean, let's face it, 4-game series, the Cardinals are a decent team. They're one of the better teams ATS, so I like them to bounce back tonight, no doubt. I like that. The run line parlayed in the plus 1.5, which, by the way, is plus 100 itself. So right. I love that bet. Here's what I'm going to get into. I'm going with the Mets and the Marlins. I'm taking over 8 runs in that game. Red Sox and Yankees. I'm taking the under 8.5 runs in that game. White Sox Tigers. I'm taking the over in that game. And then the Mariners, I'm taking the Mariners on the money line. I'll get to my lock of the night because my lock of the night is a ways away. It'll be a later game, so I will get to that last.
Okay, all right. That's cool. That's cool. Everything is rolling fine here right now. I've got to tell you about a few plays that we've got going on. Reds, Pirates. I'm doing it, folks. It is time for Butterfly Bob. Over 8.5. Over 9, over 9.5, over 10, and over 10.5 runs in game 2 that starts in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. You go 3-2 on that. You make about $15 with your with a $20 unit figure. Okay. I also got the Diamondbacks and the Rockies over 9, 9.5, and over 10.5. Okay. Dansby Swanson and Ronald Acuna over 1.5 player bases on both of them. Garrett Cole over 7.5 strikeouts. And I already hit Justin Verlander over 7.5 strikeouts today. I got the Astros minus 1.5, minus 2.5, minus 3 refunded my money. And I won 2 tennis matches today, Mike. And I'm 7-0 in the WNBA, baby.
Yeah, Bob's on fire, y'all. And Andre just got to the comment there. I was getting ready to point out Nadal having to withdraw. Kyrgios will move on. Hopefully, as Andre said, yes, a speedy recovery. Let's get his comment up there. Yeah, you did call. Andre talked about Kyrgios being a dark horse. Now he's in the finals. It doesn't matter how he got there. Bottom line is he's there. So, and as we talked about, Andre, as long as Kyrgios can stay level-headed and, not get rattled and get, in his own head, he certainly is, as you said, a dark horse to win this thing. And I won't put it past him now, moving on. So we'll see who he ends up getting. We definitely know that the Joker is no slouch here. But also, let's talk about Nadal and Fritz. That was a pretty good match, those two. Andre and I also talked about being intrigued by that match. Nadal was able to win But that was a very, very good match. Fritz is a excellent tennis player.
Right.
But yeah, let's
go. We got to keep the baseball. You got anything else baseball wise right now, Mike?
Yeah, I'll give out my positive EV bets real quick that I hit earlier in the positive EV show. I'm certainly rolling with Marco Gonzalez to go over 3.5 player strikeouts tonight. I like the Mariners tonight in this spot, in all honesty. I really do. Them being at home, them being plus money. Toronto, you know how they can be, hit or miss. I also like the Dodgers first half team total over 2.5 runs against the Cubs. Again, Gonsolin on the mound for the Dodgers. Expect them to win pretty well tonight. And maybe some foreshadowing for my lock of the night, huh?
You can't have that. It's mine.
Oh my gosh. You don't get to no. You don't get to do that every time you think you got a lock before me, bro. Don't work like that. I also got Chris Bryant over 1.5 player bases, and I got Starling Marte over 1.5 player bases. Marte, obviously, him and Bryant, two guys that are definitely total bases machines, especially Marte. So I like that. And then I took a YRFI in the White Sox Tigers. We've seen those games being high scoring games with the Tigers game. So I will take a YRFI in that game.
Okay. All right. Good. We're both going with the Dodgers minus 1.5.
Yeah, we are. And you know what? I'll give you that lock. I'll find it. I'll switch my lock.
Take it with me. You know what? I'll tell you that the Dodgers win by minus 2.5. That's how confident I am tonight. There's my lock. Minus 2.5 Dodgers. How you like that?
I like it. I'll take them at minus 1.5.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Andre, great having you on. And some of these positive EV bets in tennis have really, really been coming through. Folks, we got the NHL draft tonight. We've already had trade news with Alex DeBrincat getting traded from the Blackhawks to the Ottawa Senators. That's a big move. Georgiev, the backup goaltender for the Rangers, now going to Colorado as Darcy Kemper will not be on the Avs. For those of you who think the Avs are winning back-to-back cups, I'm telling you right now, you're nuts. It ain't happening. 15 unrestricted free agents. You're not going to be able to keep that team together. And some of the players that are going to be leaving were key cogs to them winning the cup. So,
well, look, we're in this salary cap era in the NHL. It's hard to go back-to-back. That's why you don't see it happen a whole lot because the things have been slanted now towards not being able to re-sign and keep the core that you've had in the NHL. And that's why it has been somewhat of a surprise what Tampa Bay has done. But remember, two of those Stanley Cups were kind of in the COVID era. So maybe there's some question marks there. But certainly for me, Colorado's going to have a more uphill battle than what you would think. I mean, not only do they have a lot of guys they've got to try to maintain, and they've already lost. They were fortunate in somewhat that the Western Conference was a little bit, in my opinion, let's face it, the Edmonton Oilers in the Eastern Conference Finals was a gift for them. If they see Vegas at full capacity,
you mean the Western Conference Finals?
Western, I'm sorry, did I say Eastern?
Yeah.
Apologies, Western Conference. So I really don't know about Colorado. There's a lot to be said right now. A lot of movement that's going to still happen. So, yeah, I'm not buying into Colorado right offhand. There's just way too many things that are going to happen between now and then. And not only that, I'm very intrigued by Vegas because, again, this is a team in Vegas who, in my opinion, has a lot of pieces that if they're healthy, look out.
We're talking about next year, and I don't even care right now. All I care about, there's going to be a ton of player movement tonight, Mike. The draft is starting.
Well, there's going to be a lot.
This is where our focus needs to be, not about who's going to win next year, because whoever's predicting that right now is full of bull. You ain't going to be able to pick who's winning what next year. You have no idea what's going to happen. You got everybody a year older, and we don't know what is happening with some star players. We do know that Marc-Andre Fleury is now re-signed with Minnesota, so that was important for them. But Mike, this situation, we need to cover this very, very quickly. Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, I mean, he may not be coming back from Russia, and some of these Russian players that may be drafted that move down because some of these guys are going to be fighting in a war in Ukraine, bud.
Yeah, that's going to certainly affect some things here, no doubt about it. And for Minnesota, there's certainly got to be some concern with losing a guy like Kaprizov because he is absolutely your best player and one of the more talented younger players we have offensively, no two ways about it. And Minnesota was a contender this past year, so this will change some things there. No two ways about that. But again, like you said, a lot is going to happen with the draft coming tonight and with all the trade and free agency getting ready to hit. There's a lot that's going to be happening. So
we're in St. Louis right now. There could be big time fireworks tonight, Mike.
Well, there very well could be. I mean, Vladimir Tarasenko looks like he could be moved, and if they move him, that they're not going to just take anything. They're going to trade him for something that's going to change some things, and whoever he goes to will change some things. So
yeah, he's a top 5 all-time Blues player as far as a scorer is concerned. And then you got Calgary with Matthew Tkachuk, and what could happen there. And the move that Ottawa made to get Alex DeBrincat automatically puts them. We're talking about a guy who scored 40 goals twice, and he's only 24 years old. But they have positioned themselves as a big threat in the Eastern Conference, I believe. If they can get their goaltending straightened away, maybe Kemper goes there.
We'll see. There's no doubt. Of course, they have Matt Murray. Ottawa does. They've been looking to move him, but I don't know if they're going to have any success with that. But Ottawa certainly is putting themselves in position to maybe compete in the East. Maybe not just this year, but in years to come, they certainly are. With DeBrincat and Brady Tkachuk, you've got some firepower there, and it'll be interesting. No two ways about that.
Now, comments real quick. Big Blue Brain Trust. Big Blue took the under in the Colorado game. He hasn't studied hockey at all. You want to know about hockey? You listen to the two of us. We know what we're talking about. Who do you like, Bob, for the Blues tonight? I'm going to tell you right now. I think Doug Armstrong's got something up his sleeve with trading, possibly. I just really have that feeling that he could be maneuvering. And quite possibly, maybe he's maneuvering to get up, moving up the ladder. So we're going to find out. In the meantime, let's go to the Positive EV page, see what's out there. I'm going to share my screen. We're all over all kinds of plays, folks. 13-4 Positive EV the night before last. 13-7 last night. I'm already 5-2 today. So I'm not kidding around. I'm going after more and more Positive EV plays. And Mike, I got to just show you this real quick.
Yeah.
I want you to look at this week that I'm having.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's a great week. And folks, it's all Positive EV. All of these plays, every single one of them is Positive EV with handicapping knowledge. If you combine those two like we try to do, it makes a big difference. All right, let's get to the Positive EV page, because we're going to be doing this a couple of shows in a row. Okay. Mike, did you say that you liked the Braves and Cardinals an NRFI? What do you think?
No, I haven't touched anything in that game in terms of total runs or anything like that. I do think I like the Cardinals, the run line at plus 1.5.
But what about this NRFI here? 17-cent market with plus 101 on the Pinnacle line, sharpest book in the world, plus 109 without the juice. When you take the juice out and the no vig odds, and then plus 122.
I think I could roll with an NRFI in this game. Okay. And if if the Cardinals want to compete in this game, they certainly got to keep it lower scoring,
right?
Because their offense has not been clicking right now. So. Exactly. I think I could roll with you on that.
I agree with you 100%. I got two plays in the CFL. They both involve the Calgary Stampeders, which I think Randall had the over in that game. Mike, am I correct in that? Let me find out here real quick.
I'll find out. You stay there, and I'll let you know.
Okay, all right.
I'll let you know what we got going on there.
First half money line, not a great amount of.
Yeah, we got the over. We got the over in that one.
Right, and I actually like this play. The Stampeders -2.5 first half point spread, 20-cent market width, -135 on the Pinnacle line, -123 without the juice, -120 on BetMGM. I'm going to roll with that one there. CFL has been doing very well for me off of the positive EV page, along with UFC is kicking butt off of the positive EV page, and that's why Mike and I are doing extra live streams in order to show the positive EV page.
Well, Bob, if you're taking Calgary on the first half point spread, was there not a play for them on the first half money line as well?
There is, but it's -160.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
I mean, it's okay.
Right. No, that's okay. That value, I wouldn't touch it either, but.
Right. Now, I do have a first half point spread in this Phoenix Liberty game, and I'm actually going to take the Mercury -1.5, even though New York beat Vegas the other night. Vegas, one of the better teams in the league. I'm going to take Phoenix -1.5, and that is on the first half point spread. Okay. And then, boy, you know what? I'm not seeing anything else. Boy, I tell you what, Mike, what about this Cardinals over 1.5 first half team total? First 5 innings, if they're going to win, don't they need to get the lead?
Yeah, no two ways about it. And I got to be honest with you. Just because when you got two teams like the Braves and Cardinals, let's face it, it's not as if these two teams are just fully separated like night and day. Yeah, the Braves are the defending World Series champs, but these are pretty two equal teams. I mean, in all honesty, Atlanta's at home in this 4-game series. I really don't think Atlanta wins all 4 games against St. Louis. In this series. I think the Cardinals find a way to get one game Okay.
All right.
I think I would be on any Cardinal plays tonight.
Let's go to the bet tracker and just show you all of the pending bets, all of the wins. There's a lot of green in here, but there's some losses. Got a lot of pending bets in UFC, which we don't want to throw by the wayside right now. Okay. We've got this Gore. And once again, Steve is our UFC expert. He likes this play with Gore. He actually bet this one, and he bet Aspinall too. Positive EV has been lighting up UFC. And Randall has the Ottawa Red Blacks +7. We're getting it at +7.5 on Caesars. Great positive EV plays that we found. And then if you look at my dashboard, I just want to show you once again, this is where my profit is, ROI, and I'm still not over 50% of the closing line value, but the profit is going up and up, and baseball has now surpassed hockey by almost $200 now. And positive EV is just blowing away normal betting. And Mike can attest to this. And for those of you who have been with us enough, that normal line was almost identical to the positive EV line, usually ahead of it, right, Mike?
Yep. No two ways about that.
All right. So go ahead. Let's get to a few comments. I'm going to let you take them.
You're going to let me take them. All right. First one is White Sox or Tigers. Money line, your values obviously Detroit on the money line. I mean minus 260 for Chicago. If you're going to take, you'd probably take the run line there. I mean, the pitching matchup certainly favors Chicago in this game to win. You got a guy in C's who's going is 7-3. I'm taking in this game. I'm just rolling with the over. I'm taking the over 8 runs in this game. Not sure if I trust Detroit on the money line coming off a 4-game sweep of Cleveland, and that was at home. Now they're going on the road.
Right.
And Detroit, let's face it, they're an average team, so it's hard to buy into them, winning this game on the road with a pitching matchup that's not in their favor, on top of them riding kind of a high. So I like the White Sox in this game, but I'm leaning that. So if you're going to bet that game, take the White Sox on the run line over the money line, because there's no value. Unless you're wanting to parlay that in with something else, then yeah, I'd go for it. But at minus 260 for the White Sox on the money line,
okay,
I have no desire for that.
All right. I'm going to take Andre. That Joe Musgrove over 6.5 strikeouts looks juicy. Pinnacle line with Vig removed is minus 115. You could get plus 104 on FanDuel, 9.32% edge as well. Okay. Yeah, I could probably go with that. I actually have done. I already did the.
Well, a lot of that's going to depend on Musk. I mean, you got to think Musgrove's the guy. He's pitched 92 innings. He's got 92 strikeouts. So
right.
You're looking at a guy. So the concern there for me is going to be how deep is this? If he's got to go deep in this game for him to hit that number. Now, on the flip side of that, Webb is pitching for the Giants, so I expect this game to probably be not so high a scoring. Right. So with that, Andre, I think that Musgrove can go 6-7 innings and get you over that 6.5 strikeouts. So I will go with you on that as well. I think I like that bet. Assuming that he, is able to go deep into this game, because as you know, he does strike a lot of guys out, but when you compare his strikeouts to innings pitched, I mean, he's basically getting a strikeout per inning. So it's going to all depend on how deep he goes in this game, but I will roll with it. Solid
us. Thanks. Appreciate it. Reason I'm not going with it is one reason, Andre. I already hit the Verlander over 6.5 strikeouts, and I got Garrett Cole tonight, another positive EV play, over 7.5. I get worried when them strikeouts come up. All right, Mike, it's time for the lock of the night. I'm going to go first. I've already given mine. It is going to be the Dodgers minus 2.5.
You're going to take that one, okay? And
minus 4.5.
I know. You took the 2.5. Yeah, a lot more juicier than my minus 1.5. So if you're looking at value with these two locks, you're getting better value on Bob's bet. I see what you're trying to do there. Oh, yeah. But I'm going with the Dodgers on the run line, minus 1.5. I mean, look, I don't want to the Mariners. I like the Mariners on the money line tonight, but I don't want to give that for my lock. I got to bounce back 2 locks in a row if not hit. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I've got to bounce back, and I'll put my money on the Dodgers before I put them on the Seattle Mariners for a lock. So I will take the Dodgers run line minus 1.5. Bob will take them minus 2.5. I say bet them both. Yes. Okay.
All right. Cardinals game has already started. I've already given out the parlay there. We got a bunch of no scores right now. The Astros helped me out a bunch today. And the Pirates and beat the Reds earlier today, and the Phillies beat the Nationals earlier today, although they did screw up one of my bets. All right, Mike and I are going to be back here, guys, in about a half an hour, to do early betting for tomorrow. So let's get ready for that. Thank you guys for showing up. We should have some NHL draft news by then. It is on ESPN. I'm excited about it. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us as always. And by the way, don't forget the Scottish Open. Cameron Tringali is in the lead, followed by Gary Woodland. All right, we'll be back here in a half an hour.
Thanks, Pro Point.
All right. Thank you, Pro Point.